Well, good morning, everybody. This is Bill Belgie, and we're doing our morning devotionals. I chose to do it out in the car today because it's Saturday morning and we have a live household, so everything's going on. But we're going to look at what Oswald Chambers had to share in the book, My Utmost for His Highest, on April 18th. On April 18th, he goes back to Exodus chapter 3 and Moses' response to the burning bush, and he said, "Here I am." And he goes on to share with the idea that he often struggles with people who don't know where they are. When God speaks, many of us are like men in a fog. We give no answer. Moses' reply revealed he was somewhere. Readiness means a right relationship with God and knowledge of where we are at present. One of the things that's happened with this whole coronavirus slowdown is that it's giving people an opportunity to step back, to slow down away from the drug of busyness, and to address their question of, where am I? Where am I in my relationship with other people? Where am I in my relationships at work and these other kind of things? We're being forced to stop and change always raises the question of, what am I doing? Where am I? Now, for some people, that's a question that's very scary. God calls us to a ministry, and sometimes it's what he uses the term mean, which means it's just a lowly ministry. But we should be just as ready to do that than to do the job up in front of everybody, that everybody goes, ooh, ah. But the fact is, sometimes it's the lowly job. In the hospitals right now, the people who are making a major difference are those who are the cleaning team, those that clean up the rooms after a patient, those that help stop the spread of something, the people in the restaurants who are cooks, and those that are in the background. It's amazing that they've talked about is the fact that so many people don't know. And he goes on to write, be ready for a sudden surprise visits of God. A ready person never has to get ready. Think of the time we waste trying to get ready when God is called. The burning bush is a symbol of everything that surrounds the ready soul. It is ablaze with the presence of God. Now, I agree with him. Too many times we don't see God working because we're not looking for God to work. And it's like buying a new car. You know, you're in the car and you just bought it and you think it's the only one on the road. And then all of a sudden you see everybody seems to be driving a car. If it's not yours, then it's one very similar to it. So the question of the day is, are you ready? Are you really ready for what God wants to do in your life? And now is the time, if you've been forced to slow down, to stop and ask yourself that question. If God calls, am I really ready to go out and walk in obedience to what he says? So I hope today's study is challenging, as it was challenging to get it recorded. But I ask you to stop and just ask God, where am I? And ask yourself, am I really ready to serve God? Have a good day.